and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through the Glamlite cocktail, or what is it called, Happy Hour collection. So I have not really kind of embarked on a Glamlite palette. I just haven't really felt, I don't know, it all started with the pizza palette, which I was super excited about. And then, of course, it went to the burger palette, and then it just kept going, like the cake palette, ice cream palette, all sorts of different types of palettes from Glamlite, which were really fun, food-themed type of palettes. I think it was the pie palette that was my least favorite. I just didn't feel like that one did anything. It was adorable because I love the cases, and I still have the pizza slices, I still have the slider, the donuts, the taco palette, and of course the paint palette, which was artist, paint driven, which I really, really like. So I still kept with that. I still like using that as well, but I really haven't seen anything that really excited me as much as, I would say, the one that most excited me was probably the paint palette one. But I mean, I like the fact that she kept up with, food themes, and then they went to collaborations, and I didn't get on the train. I had no idea who this influencer was, so I was just kind of like, I don't want to buy something if I don't know who it is. I mean, granted, her content, when I took a look at it, is very entertaining and she's very talented. So I'm like, great, I'm not really, I don't know, I have been straying away from Glamlite, but this collection quickly kind of brought me back. I did not get all of the palettes. I only got 3 because honestly, I paid from my own pocket for these, but I really, really was intrigued to get one. So when the teasers were coming out, I was so excited, and the first one was the Dirty Martini. So I was like, ooh, that's pretty. What is that? That's cute. And then came the wine, and I was like, ooh, even better. And then came the chocolate martini. I was like, please stop. Please stop. And then they did the margarita. The margarita one I skipped out on because I don't use rainbow colors as much as I used to, so I wanted more or less like functional palettes. So now that I notice that I'm purchasing mostly on functionality, if I do collect a piece, I collect a piece. But if I do want to use palettes, I really want it to be very, 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 very functional. Like, because I have reduced my palettes, and I've really kind of looked for more. Do I use it every day? I want more functionality in it. So yes, as you can see, these are the palettes. So they came, try and grab all of these. They came like this. Sorry, this one's open already, but these two are not open, the wine and the Dirty Martini, but they came in these alcohol little case thingies, which I thought was really cute, and that's what really struck me as like, ooh, that's creative. That's really creative. But I love the cases. I already opened my chocolate martini. And then, of course, the wine one is, this one I feel like is the most authentic, I guess, because, wine comes in a bottle, but of course it's like more square, not elongated bottle like my earrings are. But yeah, I really enjoyed the packaging. So I noticed, and this is just from opening my chocolate martini one. The chocolate martini one has a casing. Well, all of them do have this like wrap, like you open a wine bottle, like you have to unwrap it, or a liquor bottle, and just kind of like unwrap it. It was a little bit of a chore to do so, just because I don't have any nails, so it was quite a chore to do it. But yes, I'm going to give you some close-ups of the palettes individually. I am going to be doing individual tutorials on these palettes as I'm using them. So I'm going to be doing 3 tutorials following this video after this. So yeah, I'm so excited for you to see this collection. It's really, really cool. But yes, they were 35 or 32 a piece. not my favorite number for that. A little bit pricier than what usual Glamlite was. I think the pizza palette, if I remember correctly, was about $35, but that thing's huge. I get it, it's probably more or less the packaging that you're paying for, and then you get pretty much a basic palette. Let's go ahead, let's open it up. I already have Chocolate Martini open, and I will show you close-ups, but you open it like, you have to take off that plastic covering, open it like this, and that reveals the palette, which comes in a little plastic case in there, and then of course you could take, oh, the backing just came off, but yes, it does come apart, and then it just is a basic type of little palette. Not very big, just kind of standard palette. Sorry, my fingerprints are all over this. And then it opens up just like that. It does have a mirror inside, and it does have like a little like thing right there. It has like the chocolate pieces, has chocolate dripping there a little bit, and then coating it. And then of course it does have an embossed shade in there, which is really cute. It's got the little martini glass, and this is the Chocolate Martini. They do not smell, which is good because I don't think you'd want that to smell. I kind of wish it had a chocolate smell because it just makes me think of chocolate when I look at it. So yes, it's that's the Chocolate Martini palette, and I will give you close-ups. We're going to do swatches, everything, so that you can really dive into this. Now, I'm going to show you how these open. I'm wearing my little party top. I got this from Shein. Pretty much all the clothing that you see on me in my videos are Shein. So I kind of had to like get my little cuticle trimmer to get under the sticker because there's a sticker there. And since I don't have nails, you have to peel off the sticker on the top, and it does kind of leave some remnants on the actual case. I do plan on just kind of like sitting my cases somewhere, either maybe in my background or on the side over here, but you just kind of open it like that and pop it off just like you would a wine bottle, and then of course you pop it open and it opens like that. So here's the wine one. It's a purple case. When I think of wine, I don't think of purple. I mostly think of, I mean, yes, it comes from grapes. Grapes are purplish or whatever color they come in, but I just don't think of purple. I think of more like burgundies, but then again, this is just kind of summing up wine. I'm not a wine drinker myself. I'm more of a, I would drink a chocolate martini. I'm more of a dark beer drinker, so I'm not really keen on the wine. But this is cute because they do derive from grapes, so I understand why the purple. So it's got the little wine glass on there. You open it up. It has the mirror, and it has grapes right here, which is super cute. And then, of course, it has the color layout, which is all like warm to neutral to cool shades, but I'm kind of seeing something here, and I'll show you in a minute. I noticed in the swatches online they were kind of glittery, and I'm like, are they really glittery? But I'll let you know. Alright, we're going to open up Dirty Martini. Yeah, opening it up is a chore. Once you got it open, it's pretty easy. This one, the sticker's a little bit more stuck. I'm like, this is hard. Can they make this easier to open? Yeah, that did not open the way I wanted it to. Just pretty much opened the layer of sticker, but not necessarily the sticker itself. See, this is why I didn't like this kind of packaging, but I understand. Got to seal these up. These cases are pretty fragile because they're plastic. Alright, this one was not as easy to open up. Yeah, see, you really, really need to like pay attention to how you open it. So, there we go. I think I'm getting it. It's just really hard to open up. So yeah, I mean, it does make it a little difficult to open up, but I'd rather open these up than Wet n Wild packaging. So this is the Dirty Martini. It's like an olive green, which really caught my eye. This one was one of the first ones to be showcased, and I was like, that's cute. I can do that. And I like that they don't leave you hanging for a long time. They're like, oh, launches, and then it's like in 2 weeks. Whoa, that was quick, you know, like they just revealed it. So here it goes, open up, and of course you get that martini. 2 of them are martinis. One's a wine, and then of course the one I don't have is the margarita. I'm like, I just didn't really gravitate towards those. colors because I don't use rainbow colors as much as I used to. So there's the Dirty Martini. It's got that martini glass. Open it up. This one actually has a little pourer when you shake it, and then of course has the martini, and then the layout is in the green to olive to gold category. So these colors really gravitated towards myself because I love greens. They really do make the eyes pop. I love purples. They make the eyes pop, especially for my brown eyes. So that's pretty much why I picked these ones. So here's all three of the palettes. Let's see. They are, I like how they have nutrition facts on the back. Cute. So the net weight is 1.3 grams. And then it's 0.045 ounces. And of course there's 15 shades in each of these. These are all pretty much, actually no. So the Dirty Martini and the wine have the same amount of grams, and the chocolate martini has 1.4 grams or 0.049 ounces. So this one just has a little bit more, tiny smidgen of product, probably because the browns are made different. Could be formula, but yes, this is very cute. Let's see. And it tells you all of the shades here too, but it's kind of hard to figure out. This does have mica and talc in it because if you have a kind of like a sensitivity to those, I would recommend not using these. But this is promising. So yes, this is Best Wine Awards winner. This says Dark Chocolate Premium. And this one says Genuine Quality Guaranteed on there. So they have little stickers there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and dive into the swatches and just kind of close up the video, and then I am going to be posting this look, which will be the first palette I will be doing a tutorial with, and then I'll let you know what my overall thoughts are on this new collection from Glamlite, and then I can tell you and show you my favorite Glamlite palette. Alright, so here are the colors from the palette swatch. This is the Chocolate Martini one. So I have swatched them starting from my wrist down. I will read the shades and describe the color. So the first shade is Vanilla Vodka, which is actually a sparkly kind of yellowish white shade. Irish Cream, which is more of like a pinky brown color. Rich, which is a gold shimmer. We have Cheers. It's more of like a smidgen darker, almost bronze or an antique gold shimmer. We have Happy Hour, which is a very unique shade. That one is creamy and it's kind of got this blue purple shift. And then we have Livin' Lavish, which is a nice peachy kind of gold orange color with gold glitter in it. Then you have All Night, which is a beautiful mauve shade. And then you have Cream de Cacao, which is a warm, almost reddish brown. And then you have Extra Lit, which is a beautiful, like that's my favorite shade in the palette. It's a beautiful, it's right in the center of my hammer right there. It is a beautiful rose gold glitter. Then you have Girls Night Out, which is a mauvey brown. You have Bittersweet next to it, which is a pretty standard chocolatey brown. Then you have Chocolate Liqueur, which is a shimmery brown with gold glitter in it. Syrup, which is a warm brown. You have Ganache, which is a kind of bronzy brown with more gold glitter in it. And then you have the last shade is Dark Chocolate, which is the darkest shade in the palette and also is a matte dark brown. Alright, this is the wine palette. So first you have Aroma, which is a really pretty like cool tone matte purple. You have Napa, which is a kind of pinky purple with purple glitter in it or blue glitter in it. Then you have a medium, pretty like grape purple, which is called Malbec. A lavender color, Fine Taste. Sparkling, which is a really pretty like warm purple with some gold and pink shimmer in it. Then you have Earthy, which is more of like a warmer lavender color. And then you have Pinot Noir, which is a really bright magenta color. Then you have Concord Grape, which is a sparkly purple. And then there's Magnum, which is a cool tone, a darker purple. And then you have Cabernet Sauvignon. It's a bluish purple. That's what it looks like to me. It's a very blue purple. Then you have Chardonnay, which is a sparkly, kind of antique-y, silvery gold with sparkle in it. Then you have Fruity, which is more of a kind of like cool tone purple with blue shimmer in it. Next to it you have Pour It Up, which is a very bright, warm purple. Then Merlot, which is that beautiful cranberry burgundy color. And then the last shade is Vintage, which is a dark rich. You have the shade Dirty Martini, which is almost like a celery green matte. And then you have On the Rocks, which is a pale, kind of like a sparkly, it's got some silver in there. Then you go into warmer shades, which is called Just a Splash, which is more of like a orangey glitter with some gold flecks in there. You have Chilled, which is like almost like a brownish color with some flecks of silver in there and gold. Then you have High Class, which is a nice kind of like vintagey olive green with gold glitter. And you have Gin, which is a bright kind of emerald green. You have Classic, which is a kind of like minty, darker green. Vodka Teeny, which is a nice bright citron color. Next to it is Green Olive, which is also a citron, but it's matte. Then you've got Crisp, which is a kind of like, I would say like a very grayish olive color. Then you have a really good emerald dark green, hunter green almost, actually hunter green I should say, matte brown, which is called matte green, excuse me. Mix It Up. Next to it is a kind of more olivey green, it's just Garnish. Then you have a really like brownish green olive color, which is called Extra Dirty. Olive Lover, which is more or less on the olive side, true olive side. And then Very Vermouth, which is a olive. Alright, so there are the swatches for the palettes. First impressions just from looking at it and from the swatches. The mattes are very, very like powdery. They're very, very soft. When you swatch them, they're super, super soft. Some of the glitter and shimmer shades are kind of cream filling, like sparkling from the wine palette here. That one is super creamy, and you have to be careful because I will tell you that if you use like a brush to kind of line with it, it's very crumbly and it just, I feel like it's just a little bit hard to work. You'd have to use your fingers to apply it. So that's what I noticed. In Chocolate Martini, it was more the Happy Hour shade here, which I didn't understand that shade in this palette. It's just like a purple with all these warm browns and golds. But it looks, yeah, it's identical to Fruity. I'm going to try and hold these guys without dropping them. So Fruity is that shade right above Happy Hour, and they're pretty much the same. They're pretty much the same, so I don't like that repeat that they did. Except the texture, no, I feel like the texture is pretty much the same. No, the one in the Chocolate Martini has more blue glitter in it. So there's the Chocolate Martini one. And then there's the wine one. The wine one has less blue glitter in it, but it's not a cream like that one. So I guess different consistency, but it's pretty much the same color. Upon swatching these, I noticed that the mattes, like I said, are very, very creamy, very soft, and they do get a little crumbly, but honestly, I feel like they could blend really well. I think the one I gravitate towards mostly is the Chocolate Martini, because I mean, I have these shades in my Jeffree Star ones, to be honest with you. Blood Money and Blood Queen. Is that what it's called? Blood Queen? I don't even remember what it's called. Something like that. The purple one. These two are pretty much close to that color spectrum. So if you never got your hands on that, or you're just not a Jeffree Star formula lover and you want that color scheme, these two would probably be best for you. The Dirty Martini and the Wine. Now, the one that stands out the most to me and I feel like is more or less my cup of tea is going to be the Chocolate Martini palette. I really love the layout of it. I love how it looks, and honestly, I can't wait to try all of these to really see how I think of it. But this is my first impression. This is pretty much just me revealing, like kind of showing you the collection, but I'm going to be doing individual videos on each palette so I can kind of break down why I like them, why I don't like them, and all that stuff. So yes, that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys can please subscribe. You know, it helps. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers at least. I'm trying to release content as much as possible. I have a little bit more time coming up, so hopefully I can do some fun makeup with that. But yes, please subscribe, like this video, and stay tuned for these palettes. I will be doing the Chocolate Martini first, and then I'll kind of go with the wine, and then of course the Dirty Martini next. So there you go. That is our happy hour collection from Glamlite. So check out their website, check out their collection. They have other things. They have highlights, they have a lip kit, and then they have one more palette that I think if you're in the rainbow, you like rainbow shadows, then I would say pick that one up. But I got to see how these perform first before I kind of look at that one. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my